The 2024 Lexus RX 450h Plus. This is the plug-in hybrid version of the RX. We have here 35 miles of pure EV driving range, and this plug-in engine hybrid setup is essentially the same as what we saw in the NX 450h Plus, which I already did a review on, and I will link that in the description box below. But we have the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, and I gotta say, when I tested it back in 2022 in that NX, this is a very kind of raggedy sounding 4-cylinder. It's not very refined. Honestly, my most favorite way of experiencing this plug-in hybrid product was in its full EV mode. It was smooth, it was quiet, and it actually had some decent thrust, especially around town. So if I had this RX 450h, I would definitely try to always have it charged up and always try to drive it in its EV mode. And Lexus claims that the 450h Plus can be fully charged in 2.5 hours at 240 volts with the standard 6.6 kilowatt onboard charger. And here's a very interesting decision that Lexus decided to make. The luxury trim is what's standard with the RX 450h Plus. If you are not aware, the luxury trim is Lexus's top trim level. If you look at the other RX models, you're gonna have a base model, a premium, premium plus. They skipped all of that. They've made the luxury trim the standard for the 450h Plus, which I do like this trim level. It comes with a lot of niceties like the excellent looking 21-inch wheels, a panoramic sunroof, the semi-aniline leather seats that are both heated and ventilated, along with that massive 14-inch touchscreen with the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also get the heads-up display, the navigation, etc. So all of the things that you could ask for, it's going to come standard because the luxury trim is Lexus's best trim level. But that means this will be an expensive product. Starting price with destination, it's going to be $70,080. Yeah, that's about 10 grand more than what I want to pay for this product. Because I've tested the RX, it was the 350h hybrid model. It's not a bad vehicle, but it's just not 70 grand levels of luxury. It's worth about $55,000-$60,000. That's what I'm most comfortable paying with this vehicle, because I spec'd out other versions of the RX on Lexus's website. A well-equipped 350h luxury is around $64,000. An F-Sport RX 350 with the turbo 4-cylinder came out to be $63,000 with the ML audio with the triple beam headlights. And finally, the top trim level RX 500h F Sport came out to be $69,000 when I spec'd all these cars out with the Mark Levinson and a bunch of other great features. So this 450h plug-in hybrid is the worst value in the lineup. I really think most families would benefit by going with the NX 450h plug-in if this is really important to you. But again, I do think that the RX is a better vehicle than the NX. So what I would do, if fuel economy was such a big deal, I would maybe go for the 350h. It gets close to 40 mpg. Granted, it still comes with that unrefined 4-cylinder engine, but let's be honest, most people buying a Lexus product, they're not really even driving it anyway. They're never going to step on it, so they're probably not even going to know what engine is truly under the hood of what they're driving. So I'm not going to really regard that as a massive con here. I'm just going to try and point most families in a direction that can save them some money. My personal favorite would be to go with the RX 350 F Sport. For whatever reason, the F Sport versions of a lot of these new Lexus SUVs end up being really smooth. I don't know how that ends up happening. It doesn't degrade the ride quality in any way. It actually makes the product smoother. So I love the F Sport for that reason. Plus it looks good, and the turbo 4-cylinder engine is a little bit smoother than the naturally aspirated 4-cylinders. RX 350 F Sport around $64,000 is really something I would consider, because at 70 grand, I might as well just go with the RX 500h. It's the most powerful iteration, and the car is basically fully loaded at that $69,000 price point. But let me know in the comment section, is the plug-in hybrid and the 35 miles of pure EV range really that important to you? Is it worth paying 70 grand for you on this RX 450h. I would like to hear your thoughts. For me, my most favorite Lexus SUV product is the new GX. I think that vehicle looks amazing. I wouldn't mind paying 70 grand for that SUV. Granted, it doesn't have the same fuel economy or anything like that, but that's a proper unit right there. It looks really good. And also the TX, the new 3-row SUV from Lexus, that's really super practical. So another vehicle to consider. TX and GX, those are my two favorites. Again, I would like to hear your thoughts on the value proposition of a $70,000 plug-in RX. Thanks again for watching. My next video will be on the end screen here. Click on it and I will see you there.